Now let's get happy and give out some awards, okay? Lacking a segue, I'd like to introduce our two MCs tonight. I'm sure you know them as well. They have been in this community forever and a day. They're Hal Clement and Jody Hammond, and through the beauty of technology, I have some words that I will read briefly to you guys about them. Hal Clement spent 41 years in San Diego television, working at both Channel 8 and Channel 10. He received 14 local Emmy Awards, 4 Southern California Golden Mike Awards, and in 2012, the San Diego Press Club presented him with the Harold King Award for contributions to local journalism. He makes no mention of SBJ awards, but I'm sure he's won a few of those too. Hal retired in 2011. He's been married to his wife Patty for 40 years. They have 2 daughters, Stacy and Brooke, and 2 years ago became grandparents to 2 girls born 1 month apart. Since retiring, he has been given way too many strokes on the golf course to hustler J.W. August. Step your golf game up, J.W. Jody Hammond calls herself a recovering reporter. She's been an award-winning news reporter in Southern California for more than 20 years. After a stint in LA, she worked at all 3 San Diego network affiliate stations. During the past decade, she has produced stories for NBC's Today Show and Nightly News. She lives in Encinitas with her husband Larry, and they are the proud parents of 2 daughters. Jody is a La Jolla High School grad. Vikings, am I right, John Horn? She comes to us tonight directly from brush fire coverage in Northern California. Please give it up for our MCs.
SBJ is having budget cutbacks. We have
one mic.
There? Okay. Yeah, Matt was right. It is a year of changes.
Give me the mic, I'm not done yet. I wish we did have 2 mics, but for reasons previously explained, 4 pens at a table that seats 8. We are a lean operation, you guys. Lori points out, which I think is in everyone's interest, that the dessert is being served over here. Help yourselves. And as you come to get your awards, first place awards tonight are here with Claire and Lisa. And second and third place awards are in the back with Joe Guerin. That's where the fun is. Thanks again, you guys.
Thanks, Matt. Matt's right. It's a year of great changes in local media. I saw a picture of Doug Manchester in the UT the other day, and he was not referred to as Papa Doug. So everything.
Wants to be called Papa. Where's Papa? I think there was a movie of that name, and it was a comedy. Okay, tonight, good evening, everyone. You all look lovely, and we're in a lovely setting. Perfect summer night. We're going to begin with our special awards this evening. SPJ San Diego wants to recognize the winners of some very special awards that honor specific types of good journalism. In addition to the recognition, cute helicopter, there's also cold hard cash. The cash award is part of this recognition as well.
It's either breaking news or apocalypse now. I don't know. The Saul Price Prize for Responsible Journalism, that goes annually to a journalist whose work not only meets ethical standards, but also shows uncommon sensitivity to the issues involved. These journalists pursue truth in the face of such obstacles, which you are probably all familiar with, as unpopularity, economic retribution, or even physical harm.
You mean not everyone loves us? The Saul Price Award for Responsible Journalism goes to Kelly Davis and Dave Moss, San Diego City Beach, Death in San Diego County Jail. Come on up. Okay. Also, the Herbert Lockwood Woody Award. This award honors the best in local humor writing and is named for San Diego's legendary journalist, humorist, and historian, Herbert Woody Lockwood. Woody wrote and edited for the Pacific Beach Sentinel, the La Mesa Scout, the San Diego Independent, San Diego Daily Transcript, and San Diego Metropolitan. And he also wrote several humorous books on San Diego history.
This year's winner of the Herbert Lockwood Woody Award humor writing is, you already met him, Matthew T. Hall, UT San Diego. People notice he's wearing pink wingtips. This means, of course, that taco and burrito emojis may soon exist in this world, as well they should. The James Julian Memorial Award. Now, this award is named for Dr. James Julian, a journalism professor at San Diego State, who taught media law. I think I scraped by with a B. It goes to the best community service story or series in newspaper with a circulation of less than 65,000.
The James Julian Memorial Award Community Service Story goes to Dennis C. Graska, The Southern Cross. Charity supports orphans, offers opportunities to serve. The Diversity Award recognizes a San Diego journalist whose work exemplifies the SPJ goal of respecting all aspects of the human experience.
And the winner of the SPJ Diversity Prize, Fred Dickey, San Diego UT. A woman and grown daughter submit to stigmatizing her normal, in quotes, should be a lesson for so-called normal folks. The First Amendment Award honors the, it's right here. That's not here. Matt Hall will accept Fred's award for him. The First Amendment Award honors the story, series, or commentary that best highlights First Amendment issues.
The First Amendment Award winner is Joe Girardi, iNews Source, getting the registrar of voters to act on transparency challenges. We have two new special awards this year. Your SPJ board felt that the need was there to recognize with special awards the individuals the awards are named after, the categories they represent. Introducing the new awards, longtime SPJ member and former board president and hack golfer, J.W. Honest.
You heard Matt alluded to these prizes, these awards earlier, and they're well-deserving and well-named too. These awards are going to be there long after we're out of the business, and I think that's fitting. The first one is the Gloria Pinner Award for Political Reporting. Gloria was a San Diego broadcasting pioneer with five decades at KPBS. She earned 7 Emmys, 5 Golden Mics, and an excellent reputation as an enthusiastic and even-handed journalist, especially in election time. KPBS General Manager Tom Carlo once said, "She knew politics better than the politicians themselves." We miss her. She died of cancer at 81 in 2012. The award goes to a journalist who shows that same political skill and savvy and deep knowledge and understanding of civic issues. Our winner's story evolved around a congressional candidate's staff member accusing his boss of sexual harassment as the election loomed. The reporter had to deal with multiple pressures and extreme time constraints and pot shots from the candidate in question and his supporters. The story only ran after the source agreed to be identified. The winner, and I think she'd be very pleased with this, of the very first Gloria Pinner Award for Political Affairs is Claire Grace. For her cover of the 52nd Congressional Campaign. I don't know if you read it, but it was good. It was terrific. The other award that Matt alluded to was the Neil Norton Community Impact Award. Neil Morgan was a journalist giant who helped shape UT San Diego, helped create the Voice of San Diego, and helped create San Diego as we know it now today. When the San Diego Rotary Club named him Mr. San Diego in 1999, former California Governor Pete Wilson said, he's been one of San Diego's chief cheerleaders, and he's also been a critic of San Diego who insists that we all can do better. Neil died in 2014. He was 89 years old. This report goes to reporters whose stories or series achieved the greatest community impact. It's a shocking story of how San Diego County Probation Department at its East County and Kearny Mesa facilities abused pepper spray on juveniles. The story opened with a description of how one juvenile on suicide watch was told to strip, and with a male guard there, she refused. They pepper sprayed her. She refused. They pepper sprayed her. They pepper sprayed her 4 times. She began vomiting after the 3rd time. And the story was most impactful. And the winner for the Neil Morgan Community Impact Award, Dave Moss and Kelly Davis, San Diego City Civil Rights Group, San Diego County over pepper spray in juvenile law. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you, J-Dub. Yeah, a couple of giants, Gloria Panner and Neil Morgan, no question. SBJ has more money to give away. What? We could have had 2 mics. These are important. These are for scholarships for 3 college journalism students. Each student will receive $900, which is more than your first week's salary is going to be when you get into real work. A panel of judges, professional journalists, pick the winners based on their submitted work and an essay they wrote. The winners in the 3 categories in photo. Jenna Mackey of the Daily Aztec, Jenna Mackey's photo entry. In print, Anna Pryor, the Southwestern College Sun, section of campus quarantined after false Ebola scare. And in video, the Daily Aztec. Phil Helen of the Daily Aztec. I work for the Daily Aztec, and the idea that they do video blows my mind.
How they didn't have video back then. Well, they didn't have a journalism department at my college, so. To help speed our program along, as was mentioned, we want to still recognize all the winners, but we're only going to be reading the names of the first place winners. Oh, you'll see those on the screen behind us to show also the 2nd and 3rd place winners. All first place winners, you should come up here and collect your award when we read your name. And the 2nd place winners and honorable mentions, gotta go to the back table, folks. Pick up your certificates. And there will be a list of all winners distributed to the tables if you would like a souvenir of this memorable evening.
And there's still dignity in 2nd and 3rd place. You beat out a lot of other people. Now to our other college awards, the Arts Entertainment Story. First place went to Kathleen Ryan, The Point. Greg Laswell returns to Lestat. And the Arts Entertainment Story in Television. First place, Monica Linsmeyer, The Daily Aztec, Meet San Diego State's 2014 Homecoming Report.
Best newspaper, first place, Staff, The Telescope newspaper. Comments from the judges, a nice mix of stories and a robust opinion section, which is exactly what you want to see in a college paper. Photo selection was strong, and briefs offer readers quick info packaged in bite-sized quantities, just the way college kids like it. Best column, first place goes to Jose Luis Belon, the Southwestern College Sun. From plane to plane. Oh, I'm sorry, from Pluto to... I'm putting on my glasses, from Pluto to Plato. Would you like that a little tighter?
You don't notice at award ceremonies, the Southwestern College table is always the loudest? Does anybody else notice that? It always is. Yeah. Layout and design, story or series, first place, Anna Pryor, the Southwestern College Sun video game. Multicultural story, first place, I really didn't see this coming, Andrew Perez, the Southwestern College Sun. From France with Love, a first-hand account of SWC Study Abroad 2014. Well, that must have been a tough assignment, that to go to France, huh?
News or feature series on any subject. First place goes to Lena Shankar, the Southwestern College Sun. South Bay Corruption Series.
Brief time now. Okay, preacher story. First place, Mallory Greher, the Mesa Press, Heavenly Hiking in San Diego.
Headline. First place, Mason Macis, or Macis, the Southwestern College Sun. Tough mother. In-depth reporting, story. First place, Leonardo Castaneda, the Daily Aztec. Homeless Aztecs find little aid on campus.
Layout and design, story or series, first place, Anna Pryor, we did that, didn't we? We did that. Did we do that? Oh, it's a different one, sorry. Anna Pryor, again, the Southwestern College Sun, video games. College news program, television. First place, Monica Linsmeyer, the Daily Aztec. Fire department discusses most overlooked fire hazards. College media news story.
News photo. First place goes to John DeMagma, the Southwestern College Sun. Migrant Lives Matter.
Okay, college news program, television. First place, Monica Linsmeyer, the Daily Aztec. Fire department discusses most overlooked fire hazards. News story.
We have to be 3 times as loud because we only have 1 table.
Good for you. I'm proud of you. News story. First place, Matthew Hose, the USD Vista, guerrilla art taken down from campus and destroyed.
Opinion editorial. First place, Nicholas Furr, the Southwestern College Sun, SWC Ward. Original illustration or cartoon. First place, Dan Cordero, the Southwestern College Sun, Life at SWC. Oh, and he had first, second, and third. So he gets to get a real prize and then go back and get 2 others.
Southwestern, is your table getting crowded? Do you have room for cutlery or dessert or coffee? Very impressive. Review criticism. First place, Rana Tabrizi, the Mesa Press. Rosewater draws attention to injustice and censorship. Sports photo. First place, Diana Incencio, the Southwestern College Sun, iconic baseball coach. Sports story. First place, Kirk Matu, the telescope, taking his opponents straight to the mat.
Congratulations to all of our student winners. They got a bright future. Now let's take a look at the professionals who are this year's award winners in design. Photography and Headlines Feature Design, Single Page, Non-Daily. First place, Ron James, Wine and Dine and Travel Magazine. Incredible India. And he also got second and third. He swept the category. Photography and Headlines, Feature Headline. First place, Roman S. Koenig, North Coast Current, shedding light on a dark topic. Local resident growing movement aimed to open discussion on death and in turn celebrate life.
Photography and Headlines Feature Photo. First place, Chris Stone, Times of San Diego. Heat no treat, but Saturday's Miramar Air Show can't be beat. He also writes hip-hop songs on the side. Photography and Headline News Headline. First place, Ken Stone, Times of San Diego. Times of San Diego News Headline Portfolio. Well, we have a first comment from the judges. There are comments from the judges on some of the awards and not on others, but the comment of this one was, this collection of headlines reveals a thorough understanding of the function of a headline, snag the reader by giving enough of the story to entice.
There we go. Photography and Headlines News Photo. First place, Chris Stone, Times of San Diego. Amazing Grace for Tony Gwynn. Petco Park Memorial Service. Photography and Headlines Photo Essay. First place, Ron James, Wine, Dine, and Travel Magazine. Pushkar Camel Fair. The comment, Ron James' work is spectacular.
And looking where Ron's been, I think I want his job. Sounds like some nice places. Photography and Headlines Sports Photo. First place, Chris Stone, The Times of San Diego. Magical Olympian Mile, Brad Martin, oldest to go, sub 420. The comment is all the pain, frustration, and elation, all in one photo.
Okay, we have more exciting award categories to go, but we're going to break here to recognize one very special award, the 2015 San Diego Area Journalist of the Year. After the owners of San Onofre Nuclear Generating Station decided to close down, a series of stories in the Union Tribune have revealed the secret dealings of government agencies and the utilities involved in the shutdown. Because of his work on this story, Jeff McDonald is being honored by the SPJ as Journalist of the Year. To introduce him, please welcome Ricky Young, Watchdog TV Editor.
Hi, I'm Ricky Young with your UTTV Watchdog Minute. I'm sorry, that's the wrong script. I guess we don't do those anymore. I'm here to introduce Jeff McDonald, the winner of tonight's Journalist of the Year award. This is a particularly difficult task. Not because of the breadth and volume and scope of Jeff's impressive body of work, which has had such an impact in our community. Not because of the critical importance of investigative journalism in uncertain times for our industry. No, this task is especially difficult because Ken Stone already said everything in an exhaustive post at the Times of San Diego, which scooped us on the news of our own Reporters Award. Thanks, Ken. I saw you over there just a minute. You can find that post, by the way, by Googling Ken Stone, Jeff McDonald, and San Onofre Shockers. I think that's the softball team they play on together. No, maybe that hardball. So Ken talked to a number of people for his story, but one group of people he didn't quote was the readers, which left me a little elbow room for tonight. I have access to some. I have access to some reader emails, and I wanted to share some of them with you. Some things they've had to say to Jeff over the months and years I've worked with him. Your thinking is clear-headed, and your putting it into writing is very effective. Okay? Keep up the good work, which will hopefully lead to a complete overhaul of the PUC. Here's one of my favorites. I really do not want to become a crank in my old age, but if you and your colleagues weren't delving into all of this, the public just wouldn't know, and the bad behavior would continue indefinitely. Thank you and your superiors for paying you to do this work. And finally, keep digging on behalf of ordinary San Diegans. We appreciate you. Well, so do I. When Jeff and I were first thrown together as editor and reporter, I sent him an email with a request for him to do something or other. He agreed to do so, as he always does. But Jeff's response came back with a little McDonald-esque question. Do you ever say please? To me, that's what Jeff McDonald does for San Diego. In a respectful way, he says to authority what needs to be said and asks the questions that need to be asked. And he expects people to do the right thing. And so let me say, please join me in congratulating Jeff McDonald, San Diego's Journalist of the Year.
I'm going to go ahead and read some notes.
Closer to the mic.
Thank you very much, thank you, Vicki, for those kind words. I want to start by thanking the Society for this terrific honor. It's made even more special because it's voted on by my peers in the business, and we get so much guff from the community doing the work we do that it's nice to be rewarded, especially by my colleagues. So thank you. I also want to thank Ricky Dunn because he has guided our coverage of the CPUC, which has been so badly lacking in oversight of our friends in Southern California, Edison, and SDG, and San Onofre. Without his guidance and encouragement and critical saves and mistakes I've inserted into stories, there's like 5 guys in this paper named Michael, and once in a while I get them mixed up. So he's helped me with that. So thank you, Ricky. I also want to credit Morgan Lee, who's our energy reporter, who's an incredible professional. He first reported the San Onofre news and has broken many important stories on this issue as well. So I just wanted to thank him and acknowledge him. And lastly, of course, I want to thank my wife, Maureen McGee, who not only is my personal hero, she's a 3-time national award-winning education writer for the Union Tribune, and her unwavering support, she always reminds me what counts and keeps that important for me. So I thought a little bit about what to say tonight because I read on the program that I was supposed to give a keynote address. Matt Hall kept saying, don't worry about it, it's just a speech, nobody's going to remember it. But every time I saw a program or a description, it was McDonald's giving a keynote address. So I'm a little bit daunted by that assignment. So I thought about what to say, and I don't really want to preach or give advice. We're all grown-ups and professionals. We do this for a living, many of us. And for the students, keep going. It's a fantastic career. So I thought I would start by just saying what led me into journalism, because I think that's something we all have in common, and it's a great icebreaker. So, and I won't be wrong. I always like to write, so I was gifted with an ability to string a sentence or 2 together. And I always read the newspaper, and for some reason I always listened to news radio in the car. I don't know why, but those things meshed together along with my pesky personality and asking questions. So I think newspapers was a natural fit for me. By high school, I started to feel a little cocky, and I thought it might be fun to get paid to try and write. So I actually went to high school in San Diego County and walked into the offices of Valley Roadrunner back in the 70s, and I had a column on an upcoming NFL season that I thought might be interested in the Valley Roadrunner in publishing my thoughts on who might win in the upcoming football season. The editor was kind enough, I didn't have a meeting. I just walked in, and he sat me down, and he looked at the column. He didn't read it, but he sized me up in about a minute. And you might know him, some of you old timers, Van Quackenbush, a fantastic guy, and my hat's off to him eternally. But he said, we don't really cover the NFL at the Valley Roadrunners, but maybe you'd like to cover popular football. And I thought about that, and that seemed like a pretty good deal. So we made a handshake agreement that I would work for 15 cents a column each, and I just thought what a great way to get paid. And I only made $4 or $5 a week, but I learned to write long. Getting paid to write was something that it was just unbelievable to me, that we could go to an event, ask questions, write up your thoughts about it, and people would pay for you to write it up. And of course I was seduced by that power, and then seeing your name in the paper didn't hurt. It wasn't until later that I really learned to appreciate the responsibilities of the work that we do, because there is an innate responsibility in it. And it came home most in college. I was about to graduate with an English degree, and I didn't really want to teach, and I didn't know what else to do. And that summer, my roommate was the editor of the Sonoma State Star, and he convinced me to write for the college newspaper. And I thought that would be fun. So I went and met with the advisor, the late Dr. Carl Jensen. And I bring him up because he passed away a couple, 3 months ago. And he's the guy, and I know we all have a teacher in our life who made a huge impact and inspired us and gave us purpose and the belief that we could accomplish great things. So I went and met Carl, and again, I had no appointment. I crashed his office and never looked at his watch. And by the end of the half hour or 40 minutes, I was changing my major. I was going to start taking journalism classes again, which I hadn't done since high school. And I just was reborn again doing journalism. Carl passed away, as I said, this spring. The reason he's on my mind is his memorial was just this weekend. And I was in a position to travel back up to Sonoma State and attend his memorial. And he always preached, and it's always a great opportunity to catch up with old friends and sip a few beers with old college folks and pay my respects to the guy who, more than anyone else, is responsible for me accomplishing what little I have so far in this field. Speaking about the PUC, because we haven't reversed that deal yet. But anyway, Carl had a few lessons, and I thought rather than my preaching or inspiring some words of wisdom, I would let Carl speak to you guys, since he was so impactful for me. He always said, be purer than Caesar's wife, because if you're going to do the kind of investigative work he always preached about, you had to hold yourself to the same account that you were asking of the government and industry officials and leaders that you were asking of them. So I thought that was pretty cool. He said, be fair but firm. Don't let people push you away from a story or talk you away from something you know needs to be told. He said, don't let subjects of your stories avoid the issues at hand. And we're all guilty of this sometimes, letting people talk and getting a quote from them, even if it's off point. And it's our job to bring them back to the subject matter at hand and get them to address a specific point, which more and more is more difficult than it seems, especially in 2015 as opposed to when I came up in the late 80s. Carl warned constantly about the influences that advertising and corporate media has on the work that we do as journalists. And I've seen that firsthand. I'm sure we all have, so we need to guard against that. He always preached about avoiding pack journalism, which is much easier said than done, because we all have lives outside of work and obligations away from our desk jobs. He reminded me to swim against the mainstream and always do reframe a debate or a question whenever you felt it drifting away from what you considered to be the point at hand, and to ask the question that has not been yet answered. He led by example. When he was younger than I am today, he was an investigative journalist who got run out of Miami after writing too many stories about the mob in South Florida, and literally threatened and had the light shot out of his house, and decided it was time to go. He ended up in academia at Sonoma State, where he created something called Project Censured, which I am a member of, and I encourage you guys to look at. It's celebrating its 40th year next year, and it's a nationally recognized media research project that examines all the underreported stories of the mainstream press each year. And the reason it matters is because so much media is concentrated by so few people. We need alternative press, and we need to constantly challenge our bosses, our shareholders, and our editors and publishers to pursue stories that might ruffle feathers. And I'm betting that everybody in this room that works in media has had an experience that they're not proud of. I've tried to apply these lessons to myself in my career, and at the Union Tribune and other media organizations. It's something I'm mostly successful at, but not always. But even when I'm not, I recognize that journalism is a terrific honor, and it's some of the most fun I've ever had in my professional life. So I encourage you all to keep up doing this important work. It's a very noble thing, and it's been nothing but gratifying for me. So that's it, and with that, I just want to thank everybody again. It's a terrific honor, and thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. That was an excellent keynote speech, and you even had bugle accompaniment for the first time. Congratulations. Great series of stories. Back at now for the rest of the awards, the category is called Audio. New category that combines all audio work, whether it was broadcast on radio or online. The Audio Investigative Enterprise story. First place goes to Joanne Farian, Brad Rossino, and Laurie Hearn, iNewsSource. An Impossible Choice, parts 1 and 2. And the comment from the judges was a great team, in all caps, effort on every level. Next up, Light Feature Story. First place, Claire Tregesser, PBS NPR, coaching first-generation students through college. The comment, an education for self-satisfied critics who don't know how much they don't know about the challenges facing aspiring students.
Audio news or feature series, any subject. First place, Angela Carone, Laurie Hearn, KPBS. Sexual assault on campus. And the comment from the judges, well done, compelling storytelling. Audio, regular beat. First place, Angela Carone, KPBS. Culture. The comment, a fascinating post-mortem of a failed expo. Audio, serious feature story. First place, Claire Tregesser, KPBS NPR. Gay Republican hasn't won fans in LGBT community. The comment, a comprehensive report about a complex issue, sure to provoke thought and conversations.
Next up is Audio Talk Interview Story. First place, Quinn Davis, Patty Lane, Peggy Pico, KPBS. Why are minority men struggling to finish community college? Audio use of sound, which seems appropriate. First place, Angela Carone, KPBS. Drama at the San Diego Opera, a recap. The judges said the sound of drama, well done, and they added, bravo. And now we move to the daily reporting categories. And the winner for daily writing and arts entertainment story, first place, George Varga, UT San Diego. Christmas, James Simmons. Let's be the 1%. The comment is George Varga does a good job writing something fresh about an iconic figure, something that's not purely music and yet anyone can relate to.
Daily reporting and writing, breaking news story. First place, Pauline Ripard, Susan Schroeder, Lindsay Winkley, San Diego Union Tribune. Wind and flames forced 5,000 evacuations. The comment from the judges, strong, wide-ranging coverage on a threat impacting a huge area. The depth of the coverage, along with dramatic photos and video, makes it a winner. Daily reporting and writing, business story. First place, Jonathan Horn, UT San Diego. Currency Cachet. The judges thought this was a great overview of Bitcoin and how it fits in San Diego's economic ecosystem. Daily reporting and writing, column. First place, Fred Dickey, San Diego UT. Cyclist stunned hit and run graveler. Her normal should be a lesson. And convicted killer's spouse struggles. The comment from the judges, Fred Dickey makes small stories big by his words and insight. Local commentary is a dying art, and these columns are San Diego gems.
Next up, daily reporting and writing education story. First place, Catherine Connor, San Diego Daily Transcript. UCSD names the lead and field the proposed Robotics Institute. The comment from the judges, the winner is a wide-ranging, well-covered story on a local university and businesses' push into making San Diego a hub for drone development. Next up, daily reporting and writing for environmental story. First place, Lisa Halberstadt, Voice of San Diego. CEQA can be a convenient weapon. Daily reporting and writing feature story. First place, George Varga, UT San Diego. Woodstock, reassessment 45 years later. The comment, strong overview, ties of an important cultural touchstone of the 60s and American music by sourcing San Diego residents. And George, I do not appreciate you reminding us it was 45 years ago.
Daily reporting and writing, food story. First place goes to Claire Lechen. Your oysters are imposters, expensive, slurpable frauds. Here's why your shucker may be a huckster. That was a title I was going to be real careful about reading. The comment from the judges, written in an easy-to-understand format for any layman, containing important information every oyster consumer should be aware of. Daily reporting and writing, health story. First place, Joanne Farian, Lori Hearn, iNewsSource. An impossible choice, deciding when is a life no longer worth living. Daily reporting and writing, investigative enterprise story, single subject. First place, Debbie Baker, UT San Diego. How police are trained in deadly force.
Can you do that oyster headline story again? Can you read that headline again? Huckster and Shuck? Oh, never mind. Glad you had. Daily reporting and writing legal story. First place, Fred Dickey, San Diego UT. Delay tactics by insurers spark outrage. Next up, daily reporting and writing multicultural story. First place, Fred Dickey, San Diego UT. Immigrant survival story, All-American. Somebody at the UT table have a wheelbarrow for all the Fred's awards he's taken home? Daily reporting and writing news or feature any subject. First place, Catherine Connor, San Diego Daily Transcript, Naval Combat Ships. This series offered an in-depth look at the Navy's newest class of warships from tip to stern, or bow to stern, I suppose. Daily reporting and writing non-deadline news story. First place, Christina Davis, Terry Figueroa, UT San Diego. A polarizing figure now under suspicion. Comment from the judges, fantastic lead and development turns this crime feature into a first-rate chronicle of a family's tragic end and the man responsible. Daily reporting and writing, opinion editorial. First place, Phil Baker, San Diego Daily Transcript. Why can't the U.S. build consumer electronic products? Why can't they, Phil? Daily reporting and writing, political or government story.
First place, Claire Lashin, Voice of San Diego. What's stopping fishermen from tackling the market on dry land?
Daily reporting and writing real estate story. First place, Jonathan Horn, UT San Diego, The Long Way Home. Daily reporting and writing review criticism. First place, George Varga, UT San Diego, McCartney and Petco, a full review. Wow. Daily reporting and writing science technology story. First place, James Palin, San Diego Daily Transcript. Hydrogen fuel cells, bigger focus in 2015 electric vehicles. The judge's comment, good overview of an emerging car technology and where California stands in terms of making it happen.
Daily reporting and writing sports story. First place, Kenneth Stone, Times of San Diego. Magical Olympian Mile, Brad Barton, oldest to go sub 420. Comments, strong storytelling makes a very niche sport an accessible and entertaining read. Newspaper special section. First place, Marie Tetko, San Diego Daily Transcript. Soaring Dimensions. Non-daily reporting and writing, arts, entertainment story. First place, Elizabeth Marie Himchak, Rancho Bernardo News Journal. Zooming in on the homeless.
Non-daily reporting and writing on a breaking news story. First place goes to Debbie Ramey, Fallbrook Bongsell Village News, Community Toulouse Traditional Hospital. Oh, Ramsey, I'm sorry. Oh, that's this. Ramsey, I thought it was. Non-daily reporting and writing business story. First place, Emmett Pierce, San Diego Business Journal, World of Inspiration. Non-daily reporting and writing column. First place, Irv Erdos, Escondido Magazine. Listen to this one. Misses and Kisses, an insider's view of the great outdoors, Trick or Treat Incorporated. Now that's a title.
Non-daily reporting and writing, education story. First place, Christina Hauk, Carmel Valley News. Torrey Pines High School promotes acceptance through student-run campaign, social media. Non-daily reporting and writing, environmental story. First place, Mike Stetz, Our City, San Diego. Will San Diego's climate action plan make a difference? Non-daily reporting and writing, feature story. First place, Elizabeth Marie Himchak, Rancho Bernardo News Journal. Veterans receive memorable free trip.
Non-daily reporting and writing, food story. First place, Kai Oliver Curtin, San Diego Downtown News. Downtown eateries cater to the locals. Non-daily reporting and writing, health story. First place, Katie Callahan, the Alexandria Times, looking mental illness straight in the eye. Non-daily reporting and writing, investigative enterprise story, single subject. First place, Kelly Davis, San Diego City Beat, lost in the criminal justice system.
Non-daily reporting and writing, legal story. First place, Emmett Pierce, San Diego Business Journal. Trade secrets, you can't take it with you. Non-daily reporting and writing, multicultural story. First place, Karen Billing, Rancho Santa Fe Review. RSF Residence Orphanage in Baja gives medically fragile kids a chance. And we have a comment on this one. This author doesn't just pull at the heartstrings for fun. This story also gives hope while giving a voice to the voiceless. Well done. Non-daily reporting and writing, news, or feature series, any subject. First place, Claire Yesbach Fadden, San Diego Family Magazine. Vanish Bullying, Part 1, and Become an Upstander to Bullying, Part 2. Comment, an important, expertly told story that every parent should read. Non-daily reporting and writing, non-deadlines news story. First place, Jared Whitlock, Encinitas advocate, watching the tracks. Judges' comments said this was the right mix of color, news, and information that can help keep readers safe. Bravo. Non-daily reporting and writing, opinion editorial. First place to Marcia Sutton with Carmel Valley News. Boardroom drama in San Diego as growth says goodbye. The judges thought this was a skillful use of reporting to bolster the opinions of the writer in an even-handed manner that paints a vivid picture of the kind of infighting that goes on at the school board level.
Non-daily reporting and writing, political government story. First place, Joe Girardi, iNewsSource, PAC's back incumbent. Just ask Scott Peters. The comment, exhaustive piece comprehensively reported, leaving no stone unturned. Loved reading how the PAC switched horses in order to stay with the winner. Non-daily reporting and writing, real estate story. First place, Emmett Pierce, San Diego Business Journal. Downtown's hotspots draw residents. Now they need businesses. An impressive analysis, the judges said, that humanizes a heady business topic. Well done. Non-daily reporting and writing reviews criticism. First place, Lynn Friedman, Culture Vulture in the Time of the Butterflies. The judges' comment, rich detail and thoughtful criticism mark this entry. The writer has an eye for the important elements of the story and reports with a clear-eyed viewpoint. Well done.
Non-daily reporting and writing, science technology story. First place, Brad Racino, iNewsSource. San Diego Police Department sued for withholding records about spy technology. And this was about the longest comment on any of these categories. Amazing story that needed to be told and is in the public's good. Part investigative, part court reporting, part straight-up news piece. The article also raises important questions and sparks significant conversations about privacy versus security, freedom of information, and other civil liberties. Makes me want to investigate and report whether our local law enforcement agencies use such devices. Bravo. Non-daily reporting and writing sports story. First place, Christina Hauck, Carmel Valley News. Current and former Major League Baseball players speak at TPHS, offer advice. Online blog. First place to Matthew T. Hall, UT San Diego. Larry Hall, RIP, told San Diego countless stories, so we told his Wednesday night. Michael Brown's sign over SDPD officer's name causes outrage. Padres hike craft draft beer unit price 20% at Petco Park. The comment was, this well-written blog has it all.
And I know I speak for Jody too, as a co-worker and friend of Larry Hamill's for many years. We really appreciated what you wrote. It meant a lot to see that, to share it with the audience. Wonderful. Online entertainment site. First place, UT San Diego Entertainment. The comment? Comprehensive coverage of all aspects of the local arts scene, including music, cuisine, and area events. Bright color, easy navigation, and vibrant reporting make for a great reader experience. Online multimedia package. First place, Joanne Farian, Brad Racino, Laurie Hearn, iNewsSource, and Impossible Choice. And the judges' comments, quite an undertaking. As a fellow journalist, all I can say to iNewsSource is thank you. Thank you for this incredible undertaking and for going above and beyond the call of duty. This project should be taught in newsrooms and journalism schools across America. And a comment to the judges, don't use the word incredible because that, of course, means not credible. When I first started at Channel 10, they ran a promo called the Incredible News Machine. And after a couple of weeks and a few viewer calls, people said, you know what incredible means, right? It means not credible. They took it off the air quite quickly. Online news site, first place, utsandiego.com. Informative and eye-catching, the judges said that the design relies as much on striking photography and video work as its visitor-friendly organization. The site is a win-win for locals and outsiders. Great work, outstanding job.
Right now, for a change of categories, give some of the TV folks a chance. We are moving on to video reports. Video Business Consumer Report single story or series. First place, Candace Wynn, Lynn Walsh, NBC7 San Diego. Mother's Medal of Honor investigation. A well-told story of greed bordering on treachery with wide-ranging impact. Video Community Service Program or Series. First place, Megan Burks and Katie Skuloff, KPBS. San Diego's richest poor neighborhood, 2 decades later. Comment, good shoe leather reporting with great actualities from the community. I remember actualities. Video General, Video Feature. First place, Candace Wynn, NBC7 San Diego, Beyond the Caution Tape. Judges comment, good use of video elements in service of storytelling.
Video Investigative Enterprise Series, don't sit down. First place, Candace Wynn, NBC7 San Diego. Candace Wynn, Investigative Enterprise Compilation. The judges comment, very good storytelling, good television. Video Investigate Enterprise Single Story. First place, Shireen Tagarobi, NBC7 San Diego. Crowded Jails, Unexplained Deaths. A comment, a very good report from a criminally underreported beat. Video News Special. First place, Megan Wood, Quinn Owen, The Daily Aztec. Demonstrators demand assistance for underprivileged students. And keep in mind, this is The Daily Aztec competing against professionals in winning this award. The comment, video editing. Can you reverse that first? Video editing conveys the energy and outrage at the scene. Good work by the reporter in describing the contrasts, helping subjects communicate.
Video Photography General Assignment. First place, Katie Skuloff, KPBS. Group teaches San Diegans how to slaughter animals for food. Judges comment, true reality TV. Sure to stir emotions, discussions. Video Sports Story. First place, Claire Trageser, Katie Skuloff, KPBS. San Diegans remember world's first triathlon 40 years ago at Mission Bay. Who knew? A successful success story, said the judges, and fun use of camera perspective. Video Spot or Breaking News Story. First place, Katie Skuloff, Megan Burks, KPBS. Carlsbad residents return. Some find their homes burned down. Judges comment, good visions, vignette in aftermath of fire.
Video feature. Let's just get Katie a chair up here. Katie Skuloff, KPBS, San Diego paraplegic athlete fighting to walk again. A subject in a tough spot, said the judges, but in a beautiful place.
Our final 2 awards are also some of the most important. The Wild Card Award is an opportunity for media outlets to submit their work on a subject picked by the SBJ chapter. The subject was the 2014 San Diego firestorm, where severe weather conditions contributed to the wildfires that ripped the county. You'll recall that at its height, 8 major fires were burning simultaneously. The winner of the Wild Card Award goes to the UT staff, UT San Diego. Congratulations to their entire team for this outstanding journalism. The judges comment, impressive coverage using a powerful combination of hard news and personal storytelling, strong writing, and visuals.
And I just had a personal note. I have to say, having been retired and watching the coverage, reading the newspapers, looked at the different TV stations' websites, I thought the media in San Diego did an unbelievably courageous, thorough, and impressive job covering those fires and keeping San Diego informed. Everyone absolutely nailed it. By design, our Mark of Excellence Award is the top award given to a media outlet. Each station or paper, magazine, internet site submits what they feel is their best work. For this year, the Excellence Award goes to Joanne Farian, Brad Racino, Larry Hearn of iNewsSource, an impossible choice. And the judges come like heartbroken work on care for people in a persistent vegetative state. The series offers an unflinching look at a complicated topic that is little known to the general public. Great mix of text and videos. And that completes our program. Let's have applause for all the winners tonight.
And to our student journalists and to our friends at the Daily Transcript, don't lose hope. It's been a wonderful evening, and stick around. See your friends, and talk about the state of the business.